11, which is the district's drug and alcohol policy. This is one we've certainly been working on for a while, and I mean, it's been very complicated. I thought it was going to be so simple, but okay. I think everybody's had a lot of input on this, and I think Kenyon, you particularly have had quite a bit of input on this particular.
Yeah, I got a lot of opinions.
And I think so, Sandra. In fact, actually everybody has, but I suppose everybody's had an opportunity to read it, so.
Yeah, I think staff's done a good job. If there's not any more comments, I'm ready to make a motion.
I do have,
Go ahead.
you're gonna find this out, believe it. And I think it's, I mean, all the changes that we asked for have been made. I think it looks good. Just a couple things. Yeah, we don't have one that's gonna be implemented.
Sorry?
When it's gonna start. We have no, you know, in our plan here, we have a policy, but we don't say when the policy is gonna
Take effect.
when it's gonna take
I believe
effect.
as soon as the board ratifies it.
Well, here's the next thing that
Should say.
is we don't have who's gonna take care of it, who's gonna administer it.
We already have Arc Point, I believe it's called, and they do the testing for new employees now. And I've already talked to him, he's immediately, all you have to give him names. He has 2 separate programs, one for CDL drivers and one for all the employees. I can call him tomorrow.
That's all I need to know. I mean, we just don't have anything in there that says, and cost-wise, is it included?
CDL drivers, it will be $325 a year for them.
For each one of them,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
And then the testing for each test that they do is like $55 or $60.
Do we pay that?
Yes.
Is that something we budgeted?
It's not
It
something.
hasn't been, but I
understand that.
have it in to put it in as a budget line item this year
Yeah.
when we go through budget.
And once again, it's not a big thing of money, but once again, it's not a.
How have we
budget.
been testing CDLs? Isn't that a federally mandated?
We have,
Oh. So maybe we should.
Might be a good idea.
One day we'll start.
Well,
So,
I think we beat this to death.
So that's, the only other thing that I have written down is have we given the chances for the employees to look at the drug policy and have any input on it?
We called, I called an all-hands meeting and informed the staff that, in the board's opinion, every position except the accountant was a safety-sensitive position, and that there would be random drug testing for all persons and drug testing at every hiring. And is that's okay?
Okay, just my personal opinion, I think they ought to be able to get a copy of it and read through it and have a chance to comment, or, not that we're gonna change anything, but, you know.
I can distribute
I think,
copies.
you know, they have at least have an opportunity to make a comment on it, and their comment might be, I'm gonna have to go look for another job. That goes sometimes, but that's all I have to say.
So no other changes that anybody saw?
Well, we've been beating this.
No, I think all the
We've gone
changes
over.
that we asked for were,
Yeah, I couldn't see any, but I think the date thing, I don't know, does that need to be in there?
They can be part of the motion,
Part of
if
the
you want it
motion.
effective immediately, or whatever date you the board wanted to set, part of the motion.
Wes, are we gonna fall into any problems with the, I mean, we're okay money-wise as far as,
This may end up in a given category, putting us a little bit over budget, but it's not, in terms of percent of the total budget, it's so insignificant
Yeah.
that it really doesn't matter. We're gonna be doing a budget augmentation anyway, just because of these guys, so.
Yeah, 2 doors down. Yeah.
That's what somebody said, Bo should get a raise after yesterday's meeting. I said, have you seen the bill lately? Make sure that's on the record.
It is.
Hey, I'd like to make a motion, if that's appropriate. I make a motion that we approve this, drug policy as written with, to take effect immediately, reserving, the right to revisit it should, this be distributed to the employees and they have any kind of major concerns. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, have a motion second, all in favor? 5 in favor, none opposed, so that motion carries. Well, you guys are easy to get along with. Nobody's voting for Sam.
We've only talked about this.
Barbara's gonna be writing articles, they all vote alike.
This one's been rolling on the ground for a long time.
We've discussed that before, that drug and.
Yeah, she knows that. She's been there 20 times. Hydrologist report.
Yeah, I'll give an update on, we've been working on the well bid that we discussed, it's been discussed a while back, we're 33, well 2, and also the transmission line, retrofit there, as well as increasing the capacity at 26. And then we were also looking at this videoing, or possibly also doing water quality sampling at wells 1 and 9, just to see the possibility of future accessing that water at which would be the cheapest, since it already is drilled. That is going out to bid hopefully this weekend, and it'll come back for bid opening is what we're projecting is for the 3rd of January. That possibly could be a board meeting that day if that is what you would like, and then that could, if it all goes well, could be approved and a pump crew to be here working on 33, which is something we really like. I'll give a little update today on well 32. It had a fault out, and when staff we went and looked at it, did all the diagnosis that we could. We ended up calling OPD, and they came and assisted us, and was able to diagnose that a fuse within our soft start was blown. It's a specialty fuse that is on those shelves, but we're having that overnighted. Should get that up and running tomorrow. But those are some of the little things that do occur and can occur. And having that, I guess, increased capacity of 20% buffer of what we discussed in the master plan, that's where it does pay dividends and things like that. If this would have been the summer, it could be a little different. Also, within my written, I talked about, I've been working with NDEP, or the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection, and increasing flexibility with our monitoring on our treatment plants, which will end up saving us money. We'll still have great safe water, and I'm quite pleased with that though. So is staff we won't be required to have to go start the plant when it's not in operation. We're not providing water. No one's drinking that water yet. Currently they require us to go start it up, and chemicals that weaken without use we'll have to take up there, because we try to use that so we don't have to throw out chemical or anything of that nature. Also, I'm glad to have the master plan a direction going there, and free up some time to work on some other things, or actually what is in that master plan going forward. So I look forward to working on that and the direction we received. So there's no question, that's my report.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. Mr. Rock, would you like to give us your report?
Sure. I won't go over everything written down there, just a few highlights. I have been working with John Collins and Associates. We have the bid materials out now for the freeway tank painting, and we've had nothing happened yesterday, and today all of a sudden a lot of people want to get specs for it, so that's encouraging. According to Mike Chandler, he says it gone all the way out to California with people interested in painting that tank, so that's favorable. On the 18th, your next board meeting, we should be able to approve contracts for both that, as well as the repair work at Pioneer and Mesa. So those are moving along well. Interviews for treatment operator one will take place this Thursday. Hopefully, we can make a decision at that time also and look for hiring at the beginning of the next calendar year. And Wes and I have been having some meaningful meetings, and we'll continue to have them regarding fiscal issues and putting things together for the budget. So we'll be ready for you in your first meeting in January with some recommendations about where to head.
Did we initiate a letter to the HOAs in regards to Vanguard pipe damage to the roads and asking them for?
We have quite a while ago, and we asked them to sign an agreement, many have. But we did actually even have a mass meeting in which we informed the HOAs.
And this is one from a long time ago, this isn't currently?
Yeah, it's been out for months, I can't remember exactly when, but it's been quite some time ago.
Okay. I was kind of led to believe that there was something recently.
I think the only thing I'm aware of that's been going on with that recently is I know there've been contact with the various HOAs, but I think there's maybe been some, we've been getting in contact with some of them again as far as trying to obtain signed agreements and things from them. But as far as circulating a new document or something, I'm not aware of anything like that.
I have one question. You said you'd bring this back in our January meeting. Will we be not having a meeting and only having a meeting on the 15th of January?
I was going to propose you to look at that in the next board meeting, but January 1st is a Tuesday and a legal holiday. If you want to, you can talk about it now, but I was proposing that we have enough agenda items and things happening in terms of hopefully approving the well rehab contract is very important, but also approving the re-election of a new officer and, or I should say, nominating officers and confirming a new board member. Is that really probably, and then now, what I was gonna have a workshop is now gonna become.
Member, you mean?
Pardon?
The new old board member?
Yes, yes. I thought we'd be having a workshop potentially then, so now I have a pretty heavy item to discuss. So I think we still need to have 2 board meetings in January. Maybe you want to make it the 2nd or the 3rd. We can discuss that, and you can decide that on December 18th if you like. But to answer your question, I think we still need to have 2, just not on Tuesday the 1st.
So you want to do it when, now? You're talking about January
The 2nd or the 3rd? We are going
it's a
to.
Wednesday or Thursday.
We're going to open contracts for the well rehab work on the morning of Tuesday the 2nd.
New
is our
Year's
plan.
Eve, so you got New Year, then you get the 1st is off.
I thought you just found out
Third's
what
probably
football
the
and that.
national championship. I don't think that's a good idea.
I wanna be gone that week, that first week in January, so.
Maybe we should do it the 8th.
Our other one's the
22nd.
15th.
That would be city council.
The
meeting.
city
Oh,
council.
that's why we
meetings.
do it after.
Is there a reason we have to have it on Tuesday? Is there?
No, you can make it Wednesday or Thursday if you'd like. It might be easier, just push it to the next day. We are gonna have the bid opening on Wednesday, tentatively planned, Tuesday, I'm sorry.
No, it will be
So
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Tuesday's the national holiday.
22nd.
Tuesday, oh, that's right,
15th
Wednesday.
and the 29th.
Okay, Wednesday the 2nd is the first time when you can have the meeting at your regular scheduled 5 o'clock.
What's that, Barb?
Peace.
Oh, 2. Do we need to,
We can, why don't you?
No,
Why
it'll
don't we
be on
talk
the
about
next
that after?
agenda.
Talk about it for the next
Yeah.
meeting.
Action,
Yeah.
okay.
You can contemplate, look at your calendars, and Kenny can cancel his vacation.
You ever seen his wife, man? Not behind it, I'm not.
You're not
Yeah,
advocating
let her
now?
know, let her know.
Okay. Any more questions for Mr. Rock?
See, the end of January is my anniversary. But she was down.
We'll go ahead then, at this point.